Hello guys, it's Ivan here checking in, and as always, fast things fast, hope you guys are well. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing why self-help doesn't work. Sometimes. Now, or at least most times anyway. Now, at the lower end of the spectrum, it doesn't work most times because most people just get the information but don't act on it, right? Which again is equivalent to just being ignorant about the situation altogether or being just stupid. The top end of the spectrum, it doesn't work for most people because when you think about an onion, these people are working several layers down, but they're not necessarily working on the heart of the problem, right? They're fixing few layers down because obviously the very first layer is the physicality, you know, working on your clothes and whatnot, right? You can dress as good as you want, and you know, but again, if you don't work on the heart of the problem, you're not fixing anything, right? But again, these people are walking a few layers down, but they're not necessarily fixing the problem, which is again your outlook towards life, your fire. I want to call it your candle, because it basically fuels everything, right? How you look at things. That exactly is the problem. If you don't fix that, then you haven't fixed anything. You can learn all these skills, like for example, if you think about a concept of learning how to pick up women, right? You can fix you can fix your confidence, you can fix your routines and start learning routines and whatever. And sometimes they may work, right? But you can never get to the advanced level, right? Unless you change the very problem. You fix the problem. Change your default setting from coming from a place of scarcity to coming from a place of abundance. Because when you come from a place of abundance at the very basic level, you don't come at things from the aspect of needing them. You come at things from the aspect of wanting them, which gives you the best advantage. Why does it which gives you the best advantage, which basically is always being able to walk away, because that's the best negotiating position. The moment, you know, knowing that you can always walk away, you want something, you don't need it. That's a huge difference, because it means you're never gonna beg someone for something. If they're going to give it to you, well and good. If they're not, you can always walk away. You come at them because, for example, think about in the process of, rather than the point of view of wanting something as opposed to needing it. For example, if you think about in the circumstance of picking up women, you approach them with pure curiosity, right? You approach them not because you need sex from them, not because you need them to complete you, not because you need anything from not because you need anything from them, but because you actually want, you're genuinely curious about them. You want to know what makes them interesting, right? Because obviously there's a lot more to people than just their physical beauty. Some people are just very beautiful but also very boring, right? But you want to find out if they're actually interesting, what they actually are in any way, shape or form, able to spark you up, you know, to excite you, so to speak. So that's the whole point of coming from a more not a scarcity point of view, but an abundance point of view. If you're coming from a scarcity point of view, think about it. When you're coming in from a scarcity point of view, you tend to come at something because you need them, right? If it's women, again, you will come at them because you need something, because you need sex from them. You need them to complete you, because you think that without them you won't be happy, or if you get them, your life will be complete, which is not true, right? True love is not when two broken people come together and then they make each other happy or complete each other. It doesn't work like that. It's like the two people cannot necessarily be exactly the missing piece from the other person's puzzle. Well, maybe it can happen, I'm not sure, I don't know. I haven't looked at the data or whatever. But it's just impossible. It's nearly impossible. Not necessarily impossible, but nearly impossible, right? But true love is when two separate complete entities who feel like both of whom feel like they're okay with being themselves. They're okay with being on their own. They not necessarily feel the need to go out there every night just to get laid so they can escape themselves, right? A person who comes from a place of abundance, who feel like he's okay with themselves. That kind of person, those are the kinds of people who, when they meet and they actually genuinely have chemistry between them, are going to fall in love together, because they're coming together as two separate, complete entities to create something together, to create a life together, so to speak. But yeah, that's when you come from a scarcity point of view, you can never achieve that unless you actually fix the heart of the problem, your perspective, the way you're coming at. Stop needing things. And again, that's how women most of the time separate the alpha males, the men who they want to be with or sleep with, from the guys who are just going to be friend zoned or just ignored altogether. The moment you start needing them, the moment you show that neediness spirit, and that's the thing about I've talked about body language, it betrays us. I mean, it's our best weapon, because if you're someone who's coming from an abundance point of view, you don't even have to try hard. I mean, you can see it from the guys who are proper pickup experts. For them, it's very easy. It just rolls off their tongue. They don't have to try so hard, because their body language, their lit candles inside, or the burning fuel inside, literally seeps through their body language, through their vibe, through their energy, all of this. So the woman doesn't need, the woman's ability to pick up on these subtleties makes them want more from this guy, because they know there's a lot more to him than these other needy, insecure guys who just come onto them because they need something from them. And that's where body language can be bad, because for these insecure guys who are trying to fake things, again, it will seep through their body language. They're saying one thing, but their body language is betraying them, right? So when women pick up on that, they will obviously ignore them and just completely just shut them out, because they're not what they're looking for. They seem to be needy, right? And that's how you, and obviously, so how do you fix that to get to the advanced state that you want to get to? It's very simple. Work on the real problem, because knowing the problem is just one thing, but actually working on the real problem. Start fixing it. Start fixing your default setting, because that way you start coming at life. It's not even just your dating pool, but also your life generally around you. You start coming at it from a perspective of abundance. If you think about it in a sense of starting a business, which is why most of the rich guys, successful guys, even Warren Buffett said this: do something that you love, because obviously, it's not only won't you be able to quit when you fail, you will be able to do exactly the same thing that people who are coming from abundance are willing to do, right? Set aside your ego, set aside what you want, so you put the other person first. You put the other person's needs before yours. You put the other person before you, literally, because you're trying to serve them. And this is what for example, if you think about Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musk, the people who've succeeded in the whole business of making clothes, or building websites like Amazon or Craigslist, whatever it might be, they've put most of them have set aside their personal needs. They want for money, they want for success, and after you actually put first the customer's need, how can I make their life a little better, right? That's setting aside your ego and whatnot. So you put aside so you put first the other person. So you're doing something because you want to help the other person, as opposed to because you need money. Because when you do it because you need money, you often always fail. Why? Because the passion is not there, the fuel is not there to help you literally fight through the hard times. When the tough time strikes and you're in it for money, you obviously often always quit. But anyway, so yeah, just to conclude this video, it's a little long, but bear with me. Again, start working on the actual problem. Yes, self-help can work, but only if you fix the real problem. Start by fixing the problem, not just banging the fucking guns just because you want to polish the outermost layers of your onion, of your gold, of diamond, whatever. You have to fix what's inside, because if you reignite that light, yes, you might need to do a little work on your physicality, but that won't be even much, because your light, your energy, your burning fire will always seep through your gestures, the things you do, and you will become literally effortlessly attractive to the people that you want to attract. So you will effortlessly achieve what you want even more, simply by fixing the one problem. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, drop a like. Sorry that's a little long. Shoot me a comment, leave a comment just to let me know what to talk about more. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Done.